Hi! Throughout this course, we're going to have a lot of exercises and mainly we're going to solve a lot of CTFs, capture the flags, in order to learn about penetration testing and privilege escalation. But to start with, we're going to take a look at some CTF or capture the flag called Bandit, and this is a fairly simple CTF, but this will make sure that we have necessary tools or necessary skills in Kali Linux or in general Linux in order to understand and in order to progress in penetration testing. So if you're certain or if you say that, yeah, I'm 100% sure that I have every knowledge of Linux, maybe you can skip this section. But I don't recommend that. I recommend fairly just watch this section and take notes as it's necessary, and even better, just do what I'm doing on your own Kali Linux or on your own penetration testing operating system so that you make sure you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna search for Over the Wire in Google, okay? Because that's where our CTF is located. So Over the Wire is a website, is a portal. I don't even know who makes this portal. I don't even know the guy who makes these CTFs. I'm not associated with them. So I found this bandit and I solved it. And actually, I didn't even solve it. I'm going to solve it throughout the section, okay? I just solved the first couple of lectures, and I thought that this is the ideal CTF in order to make sure that we polish our Kali Linux knowledge. Okay, so if you have any issues connecting to this website, maybe you can use a different network, or you can use a VPN or proxy, something like that. I generally prefer to isolate this kind of exercises so that you don't have any issues or you don't have any trouble reaching the CTFs that we follow or we do throughout the course. But this is a particular one that is not located in any corporate websites such as Hack the Bugs or Try Hack Me. This is Over the Wire. This is an indie CTF, but it is ideal for our purpose. So if you have trouble reaching over here, just make sure that try with VPN or something like that. Or of course, you can always take notes and watch along and see if you have any missing knowledge throughout this section. But I really recommend you do these things with me so that you learn it in a better way. So war games, we have a lot of CTFs over here, and we're gonna start with the first one, which is the Bandit. Okay, and of course in your own time you can take a look at for the other CTFs over here as well. So as you can see, we have a lot of levels, and we're gonna start it from scratch. We're gonna start from level 0, and it will be fairly easy once we start. So don't just think that it's going to be too easy, okay? Once we progress, it's gonna be harder. So make sure you follow along, and maybe you can try to solve this on your own first of all. Okay, so if you're an like an advanced penetration tester looking for OSCP certification, maybe you can just come over here and start solving it yourself. If you get stuck at one point, you can just come back and look at over here. But I'm going to solve them one by one, okay? And you're gonna see the solution of every possible level, at least for right now. So I haven't solved most of them yet, and we're going to solve it together throughout the course, so it will just give us a better idea if they are hard or not, or if they maybe you can find some other tools or other solutions in a better way. Just let me know throughout the Q&A so that I can know it in a better way. So as you can see, there are a couple of levels, and if you go to level 0, as you can see, it asks us to connect to the server using SSH. So I believe the first level is fairly easy. We can just connect, and it gives us the password as well. So the password for the level 0 is bandit0. okay? And once we go over here, I believe we're going to hack into or find some information to go over to the next level. So for the first level, we have the bandit 0 and we have the password bandit 0. So all you gotta do, you gotta run the SSH command and connect back to the server over here. So let me come over to my terminal. So it really doesn't matter if you have Kali or Parrot or any other penetration testing operating system or any other version of Kali Linux as well. Just make sure you follow along, okay? You have with your own operating system as well. So I'm going to try like this, so maybe this will be in a better way so that we can see the explanation and also we can see the terminal screen over here as well. So let me try like that. You can have it your own way as well. I believe I can just make this a little bit smaller so that it can fit in a better way. Yep, like that. So let's start. So what we gotta do, we gotta SSH into this website by specifying the username. So we use SSH like this. SSH is the command and we specify the username, which is bandit0, and we can state the host over here, which is bandit.labs.overthewire.org, and we can specify the port by saying -p 2220. And these are all the information that is supplied for us, right? You can see the information in the website as well. So make sure you check it on your own. So it says that, yeah, are you sure you want to continue connecting? And I'm gonna just say yes, right? It asks if we want to continue or not. You can say yes or no. I'm just gonna say yes. So now it actually added this host to our list of known hosts. So I believe we're not going to be specifying yes or no from this point on. Now I'm going to give the password, which is bandit0, okay? And I'm typing it, but you don't see it, don't worry, it's for protection. You just type bandit0 and hit enter. And here you go, now we are inside of the server. So let's see what we can do with this thing. And I believe we have to read this specification or read this message over here. And I believe this won't work. I'm just going to make it like that, okay? Because it will make much more sense to use it vertically rather than horizontally. So I'm going to make this like that as well. Okay, I'm going to make this vertical as well. Sorry about this, but we have to find an optimum way of working over here because it's gonna take long. I believe we have 33 sections, 33 levels over here. So anyway, let's scan over here and see if we have something interesting. Now we are inside of the bandit0. I can come over here and click on the level 0 to level 1, and in each level we get a quest, okay? We get some instructions and it gives us some tips in order to proceed into the next level. So as you can see, it says that the password is actually stored into readme file. So I can just call cat readme and I can find the password for the next level. So it's fairly easy, as you can see. And if you're thinking right now, yeah, I thought that this course was advanced or some kind of like focused on the privilege escalation and penetration testing, you're right. We're just getting started. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna run exit and I'm going to change this username to bandit1. And I'm gonna copy this password that we have found in the bandit0. And I'm going to give this password over here. I'm gonna just paste the selection and hit enter. So that's how it works. As you can see now, we are inside of the bandit1. Now we're gonna keep on doing this until we reach the end of this level, okay? End of the level 33, I believe. So if you go to level 1 to level 0, which is the next tip, so as you can see, it says that the password for the next level is stored in a file called dash. So if we say ls, we can see the dash. But can we do cat space dash. So it's a little bit tricky, right? So it's actually easy if you know how it works. But if you don't know, you're just gonna get stuck over here like that. So if you say cat slash dash, it asks or it waits for a parameter. It thinks that you're gonna give some parameter to cat command, and it won't work, as you can see. And you have to make it work in order to see the content of the dash file, in order to get the password of the next level, right? So this is how it's going to work. So I'm gonna just say Command C, and I'm going to show you a way in order to solve this, because it's fairly easy. You just have to know the syntax of this, okay? So if you just run lsla, you're gonna see we don't have any other file, and this is indeed the file that we are supposed to read. So the file is named dash. So it's an unfortunate name, but we can always go like this, dot slash and dash, like as if we are trying to run this. Okay, so dot slash dash. So as you can see, we managed to get the level 2 password. Now I'm gonna copy this, and I'm going to come over here and just exit out of this one, and I'm going to run the SSH command, but this time I'm going to run it as bandit2, and it will ask me for a password, and I'm going to give this password that we have found over here, and I'm gonna say paste selection. And here you go, now we are inside of bandit2. And again, it's gonna get harder and harder, don't worry. So if I run lsla, I will see something like spaces in this, and here you go, it says that this password for the next level is just stored in this file, and I believe this is asking for to do cat one more time, but it's actually asking us if we know how to run this file with spaces, have to if we know the syntax of this or not. It's fairly easy. Again, most of you know this by now, I believe. You can just run spaces and hit tab in order to autocomplete, but if autocomplete doesn't work, you can write it like this. If you want to give a space, you can just write backward slash and do your space, and then just write the rest of the file name like that. Okay, so this is how it goes. So if I hit enter over here, I will get the password for the next level as well. So these are pretty easy, as you can see, but again, this is gonna get harder, and I believe you will learn something in the section that you haven't learned before. So I'm gonna exit out of this one, I'm gonna copy this one, and I'm going to go into the bandit tree over here. So let's see if this works or not. Okay, and make sure you copy this and paste it when the password is asked from us. So here you go, now we are in the bandit tree. I believe we can stop here and continue within the next lecture for the rest of the levels.